You just tuned into the Nathan Seven Scott Experience. Stanley Bennett Clay is the author of In Search of Pretty Black Men. He's also written and directed a movie called The Ritual, which is available on DVD. Just go to Amazon.com and you can check that out. And he's currently working on a new project, which is an adaptation of Lynn Harris's Invisible Life. Is that correct, Stanley?
That is correct.
So, Stanley, why don't you give us a little bit more about yourself? I know I just gave a little bit, but tell the people watching a little bit more.
Okay, well actually the novel that was out previously is In Search of Pretty Young Black Men. Okay. Emphasis on the young. Okay. And also my new novel, which is out now, is called Looker. So that's in stores now, and I hope you guys get a chance to check that out. It's been getting great reviews, and it's the story of a black gay lawyer who is living a wonderful life, and everything seems to be going his way, but he has everything but passion. And then when he ends up representing a friend of his who's a lesbian who's been raped, and she ends up killing her rapist, well then he defends her, and in that defense he is able to get his passion back, and also finds a great love that was right there in front of his face all along. So, so that's about it. And then the Lynn Harris situation is really a very exciting thing for me, because not only am I given the opportunity to work with an Lynn Harris book, but on top of that, I'm collaborating on the songs with Ashford and Simpson. Okay. So that's really very exciting, and I just found out that I'm only the second collaborators that they've had in history, and the one before that was Quincy Jones. Oh wow! So it puts me in great company. So, definitely. So that's really great. But I live in Los Angeles. Okay. I love living in Los Angeles. I've been living there for years and years and years, and that's kind of what I do. I'm very much a beach bum. Okay. Go to the because my partner is Dominican, so we spend a lot of time in the islands. Okay. And laid up on the beach doing nothing. Okay. So that's always fun. That's always fun. If you have that luxury. Yeah. It's nice. Writing can make you lazy and also make you creative at the same time. It makes you energetic. So there's an oxymoron with the whole thing with writing. Okay. You can sit up and virtually do nothing, but you must continue to write. Okay. You have to get it out. So that's kind of cool.
So now, the project, the Invisible Life project, is it? Because I'm a little confused. Is it a play or is it a movie?
Well, it's interesting because they actually hired me to write the play and the movie. Okay. So I don't know which one is going first. I do know that what is happening now is that they are workshopping the play. Okay. They've been testing it out, and the songs have been performed at various venues, things like that. But I think that that's what's going to go first, because they're actually shooting for a Broadway production. Oh wow! And the film, I think that based on how the play does it, then they will go ahead and begin the film thing. Okay. The film is a lot more difficult to do. Yeah. So.
Wow, that sounds very interesting. I love Ashford and Simpson. I play their music. Sometimes my roommate laughs at me because it's so old school, but I love some of the things that they put out a lot. Yeah. And they work with a lot of artists. I think a lot of people don't even know that they work with so many different artists. Yeah,
exactly. And I think one of the things for me that was really quite interesting was that they invited me over to their house in New York, and I went there. And we're sitting there just talking, this is Ashford and Simpson. Right. And Valerie, said, well, we'll sit down at the piano and play some ideas and everything. Now, I'm not the greatest piano player. Well, I can write, but I'm not, and I can play, somewhat. Okay. But this is Valerie Simpson. Right. Asking me to sit down and play the piano in front of her. Okay. And everything. So I was like, kind of, if I wasn't intimidated before, I was truly intimidated. Yeah. And I could barely get the stuff out. But they were very forgiving. Okay. And everything. So it worked out.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Was Nick there?
Yes.
Did he have his hair?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, they were both hovered over the piano. Here I am trying to play some stuff. Okay. These geniuses in front of me.
So, assuming Ashford and Simpson are some of your favorite producers and writers, who are some of your other musical favorites?
As a writer, Stevie Wonder. Okay, definitely Stevie Wonder. And also as a writer, because I tend to lean toward composers as opposed to singers. Okay. And that would be Burt Bacharach. Okay. I'm very, very influenced by his style and his use of unique rhythm patterns and things like that, and very distinctive melodies. Okay. But singing wise, of course, I love me some Luther. Got to have my Luther and Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
She's a legend.
Singing diva.
Yes, she is. Is she still in Vegas, do you know?
That I don't know.
Yeah, I know she had her show out in Vegas for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her.
Let's see. Let's dive a little bit into, I know you said you've been in a committed relationship for 4 years.
Right.
With a Dominican young man.
Right.
And where is this young man right now, and what's he like?
Well, he's a, well, actually, I have a picture of him.
You do? You have a picture?
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's the picture. He's hot. He's hot.
No, that's my sweetie pie.
So now, he looks, now in search of pretty young boys.
Pretty young black man.
Pretty young black man. Now, he looks like a pretty young black man. How old is he?
He's 24.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, and I'm 57.
Oh, wow. 57, I would have never guessed.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hey.
So, it works out.
Black don't crack.
Yeah, hey, try my best. Thank you.
So what's that like? Because I know I definitely wanted to ask you a little bit about life after 50. Because I know a lot of people, one of the questions that I oftentimes have in my own head is, what is my life going to be like as I continue to approach, old age? I turned 35. Older age.
Oh, thank you.
Older age.
Old age, you said?
Older than what I am now. Like, I mean, I'm definitely I'm not 50 yet, but I am going to be 50 someday.
It was a good say.
But I know a lot of people. I think a lot of people don't necessarily get to understand more mature gay men and what their lifestyles are like once they get out of the partying stage and stuff like that.
Well, you never get out of the partying stage. I think what you get out of is the chasing stage. If hopefully by that age that you've reached a situation where you're in some sort of relationship or either kind of through with relationships, and you don't do as much as the chasing as before. Bars mean nothing to you anymore.
Right.
Because bars are, you go there to try to, a lot of people go there to try to meet someone. So since you're not trying to meet anyone, it's not a place that you hang out at. I think that what you find is that you hang out more with your peers. Okay. Even though I tend to hang out with younger people. Okay. And for me, that's because a great percentage of our older community, and this is not just the gay community, but in the community as a whole, we become a little bitter and resentful, and it's like they're waiting around to die. Yeah, and that comes from an early cynicism, because if you're young and you start building this cynical way of looking at things, well, what's going to happen is the older you get, that crust that surrounds that cynicism is going to build and build and build and protect that cynicism, and then by the time you reach a certain age, you're just an old cranky motherfucker. Wow. So it's like you don't have to be that. Yeah. If you stay young at heart, if you enjoy your life, if you do things, if you don't sit around the corner, and if you stop complaining. Yes. And that's the one thing that I want to I want to point out to you is that a lot of older people complain about everything. Okay. Stop the complaining. The young ones do. I find myself complaining a lot too. But see, if you get in the habit of doing that, the older you get, the more you're going to complain. So you have to stop doing it now and always look at the positive side of everything. Because guess what? Complaining ain't going to fix a damn thing. Solid. Complaining ain't going to fix a damn thing. Exactly. Be solution oriented, because what we do is we look at the spilled milk, we talk about the spilled milk, we contemplate it, and nobody ever does anything about it. The problem with this is da. Look, damn it, do something about it. Okay. And if you just become solution oriented and think of it in that sense, then as you get older, that will always be your thing, and you will always get things done. And as you get things done, it will keep you happy. And if it keeps you happy, then you're going to enjoy your life more and more and more because you're happy. Okay. Happiness is the most important thing. Okay. Solid. So that wraps it up for part 1 with Stanley Bennett Clay. Be sure to tune in for part 2. That's